Hi, good evening, Dr. Groves. I'm David French, and this is my oral exam. So the first question of the theorists, who was my favorite theorist and why, it would have to be Robert Merton. And the reason being is what really resonated with me was the effects of bureaucracy on individuals and the effects on the organization. I'm fairly new to public administration compared to some of my counterparts or even the other individuals I work with in my organization. And I really have a lack of experience working in a bureaucratic structure because I've been in the private sector the majority of my professional life. And I actually think that's benefited me in my public sector career, in that I've always been the type of person who kind of asks the why we do things the way we do them, and questions some of the why do we continue to do or follow the really bureaucratic rules and bureaucratic ways, even though it affects our efficiency to be able to solve problems, and to really improve the lives of the individuals living in our community. And granted, I know that there are policies and procedures that we must follow either by policy or by law, but really, when Merton talks about the concepts of the dysfunctions of bureaucracy and describes, train incapacity and goal displacement and bureaucratic ritualism, these are things that I see on a daily basis. And I can even give you an example of something today that I had to deal with in regards to that. And it can be extremely frustrating, especially from an individual who does not have the bureaucratic way ingrained in me. And that's why, as I was digging into Merton's work, it really stood out to me, and I felt like I was not the minority in observing some of these behaviors and feeling the way I do. And now, what can I do about it? So now, after going through this course and learning about these things, and Merton specifically, really just recognizing when that dysfunction is occurring, calling it out, and then leading and training the individuals whom I have purview to, and helping them realize when we're doing it, and helping them realize that the one-size-fits-all solution that they may be used to and operating under can really be molded and fit changing circumstances to avoid these pitfalls and rigidity, and this goal displacement that happens. That kind of leads into my second question that I chose, which is in regards to motivating employees. So the two theorists who resonated with me in regards to management and motivation specifically would be Mary Parker Follett and Elton Mayo. Me personally, I really strive to be a transformational leader in my organization. I want to make sure that I'm setting clear goals and giving clear direction and maintaining that high level of expectation from my staff. But most importantly, making sure that I'm there to offer support to them. Follett really emphasized, aligning employees' interests with organizational goals, emphasizing teamwork and collaboration. Mayo discussed the importance of supportive and participative management, and the importance of interpersonal relationships. And achieving these objectives can really be done through similar acts. And the first thing that it can, is really understanding the staff, right? So as on a personal level, I'm in public works and I manage our maintenance team, but I also work with our engineering team, and really fully understanding them on a personal level, professional level, can really help me align their goals with the organizational's goals, and also help me learn more personally about them and their professional goals, so that I can really better understand how I can dedicate and invest my time in training and developing them to get to where they want to be at a professional level. Another important aspect is to get them interacting with each other. We can do that through, I try to do that through social events and team building activities, and all this can really help strengthen their bond, foster the supportive work environment that we're going after, and really at the end of the day, boost that motivation. And then lastly, is I need to be approachable, involve them in decision making and policy making processes, and empower them to make decisions. This can not only help them professionally and promote, but it can also really make them feel like their interests are considered in the process and in the organization, which at the end of the day can help lead to that higher motivation and commitment. And doing all these things, I really saw these things come to life in Follett and Mayo's work, and that's what really kind of stood them out to me and aligned with the way I would like to lead and the way I do lead at the end of the day. But that concludes my presentation. So thank you very much, and I've really enjoyed this process and this journey through getting my MPA, and I hope to meet you in person one of these days. Thank you.